Hey guys, I want to talk a little bit about the EVOD. We have two styles. We have the Kanger EVODs, which come in black, it's a flat black, and stainless. Those have the clear tops. The ARO EVODs come in stainless and piano black with black tips. So this is the Kanger EVOD in black versus the ARO EVOD in black. And we have the Kanger EVOD in stainless and the ARO EVOD in stainless. So you can see the difference between tips. Some people prefer the black tips so that you don't see the condensation while you're vaping up in the tip. I'm going to use this one, the Kanger EVOD, to show you how it breaks down. First, the plus side to having an EVOD is that it's a bottom core design. So what that means is that the liquid is flowing down to the core. And the plus side there is that it creates more consistent vapor, and it can't get too low. Like, it's gonna run all the way down until you're out of liquid. You do wanna fill it before it completely runs out, but unlike top cores, which if you have not enough liquid in it, it's not going to be able to wick the liquid up. On these, you don't run into that problem because it's gravity fed, so it's all flowing down. Also, the cores in this, we offer 1.8 ohm resistance cores. They're gonna last approximately a week to 2 weeks. Once that's done, you'll start to taste burning flavor, or it'll stop producing as much vapor. That's when you know you need to change it. So you just pop the old core out, toss in a new one. So let me show you how to break this down. What you wanna do first is take it off of your battery, and then you're gonna flip it upside down. You're gonna unscrew the base here. And now you can see, I'm gonna try and see it, get it in the camera. You can see how there's a little cut through in the tank. It's an aluminum shell tank, which is good for durability. And it has a clear plastic inside tank. So you can look through that and see a post in the center. That post is where the air comes through and the vapor from when you're puffing on it. So you don't wanna get liquid in that center pen. What you want to do when you're filling it is fill against the sidewall and bring the liquid up, just preventing it from going over into that center post. On the base here is your core. This core you just unscrew. When it's burnt out, you toss that, pop the new one in. When you put a new core on, make sure that it's really tight. And then pop this back on. Screw it down so you don't have to make it too tight, you just want to make sure that it's pretty snug. And then you can put it back on your battery. When you put these on your battery, you don't want to crank them down all the way. The best thing to do is thread them on, and they'll go on really easy. As soon as you feel a little resistance, that's when you just go about a half a turn past that, and that will prevent it from locking onto the battery, and it also prevent from pushing the sender pen on the battery, positively down, and making it so other clearomizers won't be able to get power. Now the benefits are cost. It's a low cost clearomizer, as well as the cores are lower cost than with VVs and CE5s. Cleaning them is very simple. What you can do, just once it's low on liquid or empty, do the same thing, pop this off, take the core out, and you'll have your base and the tank. The best thing to do is pour a little bit of isopropyl alcohol inside the tank. And what I usually do is I'll cup the bottom with my thumb, the mouthpiece. I'll pour it in, that way it's getting in that center tube as well. Fill the tank up about halfway, block the top with my fingers, and then just shake the heck out of it, and then pour it out into a sink or a trash can. The one thing is, when you're cleaning this, you want to make sure that it's completely dry before you start to use it again. So just, set it and let it air dry for a couple minutes. On the base, you can use either a Q-tip with some isopropyl alcohol on it and get around in the threads if it's dirty, or just, wipe it with a paper towel and some alcohol on it. Once that's done, you can pop it back together. When you're switching from a liquid if it's a strong flavored liquid, I would suggest swapping out the core at this point. If you do want to make your core last, or if it's a newer core and you're just swapping a liquid, you can clean the cores out. The same way you use isopropyl alcohol, or you can use vodka. The best thing to do is just let it sit in it for a couple minutes, swish it around. It'll help break down the buildup of liquid on the wicks, and then you want to let it dry. It needs to dry completely. So with the cores, because they're enclosed, you want to let those sit for at least overnight so the alcohol can evaporate. Then you should be able to use it again. Once it's all dry, you can fill it with liquid, pop it back together, and get some good vaping going. As I said, the shell, it's an aluminum shell with a clear plastic liner inside. It's really good for durability. We've drop tested plenty of them. They're very durable. We haven't had any problems with the shells inside cracking. And also because it has an ego outer threading, so with it threading onto the outside of the battery, it's very solid base. It's pretty locked on, so you don't have to worry about the little tips on the bottom breaking off or anything. Also, the plus side with these, they're not as likely to leak because they only have that one point on the base of where it needs to be sealed. And so with that, only one point, it's a good gasket, doesn't have a problem. The clearomizers, both styles, Kanger and AROs, hold approximately 2 milliliters of liquid. And that's about it. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments, or post a follow-up video, and we will get back to you.